Oh, Gracie, now you're gonna start freaking out? You're gonna freak out? Now she's gonna freak out. Let's see if this is gonna work.
It's amazing how much color.
Ho 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 ho. Here we go, here we go. Let me pop this child out real quick, mate. Let me pop this child out real quick right here, mate. Let me put it over here. Don't start with me. Don't you start with me, Gracie girl. Don't you start with me, Gracie girl. No, 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 mama. No, 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 mama. Don't start with me now. All right. Is anyone in here? Am I hanging out all by myself? Damn, bro. Damn, bro. Let me know if you got image. Let me know if you got audios. I think there was a couple people in here right now. The early bird gets the worm. Let me stretch this all the way down. In case we got a, here we go, Dead Ringer video in the house, #1. What's up? Rock and roll, baby, rock and roll. Let me know in the chat if you are gonna go to Cine Gear Expo Los Angeles, the Universal Studios lot 2026. It's going down. It's going down. I have, it's not a clickbait title. Because I've never gone to any of these events. I've never gone to Cine Gear. I've never gone to NAB. It's just, I just have a lot of anxiety around big crowds of people. And one of the ways I've battled it, what up, Mutiny Mike in the house? Yo, audio and video is up. Thank you, sir. Mutiny Mike is a member of this YouTube channel. He's also a donor of the Freeway Life movement. Damn, bro, Mutiny Mike is in the house. He's also the man behind Mutiny.io. Bro, do you guys even know what Mutiny.io is, bro? Come on, bro. Mutiny Mike is going to be there, bro. Let's see what the Mutiny store is all about, bro. Damn, booth number 30, bro. Booth number 30, bro. You know what? I used to have this thing. Did you guys know that? Mike, did you know that, bro? I was like one of the first people to buy this off of you guys. This, not for the Canon though. I had it for the Komodo. I had the little red button for the Komodo. I forgot that was your guys' little thing that you made. Do you remember that? Place to be. Yeah, the Reckless Badger. That is right, boys. Good audio and video. Thank you, brother. Or being on set. 100%. Trevor in the house. Where you been hiding, boss? Freeway Life, man. Ain't got no good crossover going on. Freeway Life is where you find me nonstop. On Instagram or YouTube, at the Freeway Life. That's where the party's been at, bro. Party's been over there. Yeah, the Mutiny.io gonna have some stuff at Cine Gear. I try to avoid these things, man. I've never been to NAB. I've never been to Cine Gear. But, looking at this photo right here, this looks fun to me. Oh, what's going on here? Let me open this in a new tab. This looks fun to me in terms of like, if I was running around with a camera, this looks fun to me. And that's probably what I'll be doing. So look, this guy knows what's up. This guy right here knows what's up. This is going to be me, but I'm going to have a way cooler camera than that. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, but that's really what I would be doing too. So that's cool. I don't know, man. This makes me nervous, honestly. This makes me nervous looking at this stuff. Only because this is like, let me know any of you are gonna be here. The more people that are there that I know, it makes me feel better. I was trying to get one of my homies here to go with me. I don't know if he's gonna be able to go though. I think that's his birthday weekend. I might be able to. I got more than one homie. I got some people I could reach out to that might want to go to this. I know, shout out to Blake. If you remember Blake, he's the dude that let me use his Nikon ZR to make that crazy Nikon ZR review that I did. He's going to be there. He already told me he's going to be there. So I'll definitely see Blake out there. I'll definitely see Mutiny Mike out there. He said we make it for a bunch of cameras. Yeah, that button. I love that button on the Komodo, dude. Where did it go? So what I did is I had that little record button for the Komodo. And what I did is I ran it to the, because I didn't like the outrigger handle. I started with the outrigger handle and it was too wide. I didn't like how wide it made the Komodo. So I sold the outrigger handle and I got the little Derringer wooden grip. There was this little tiny Derringer handle. Let me see. I don't even think they make it anymore. It was a really oh that's yeah, that's what it was. Great. I already got the live stream flagged. Good grief. You can't do anything anymore. You can't do anything anymore. Red Digital Cinema Derringer handle. I had the coolest one, man. It was this little one right here. Oh yeah, GDU still makes it. The little tiny one. So I had that on the side of the Komodo. But if we can find a good picture of it, which I probably won't because I don't really know how to use the internet very well. But on the front of this thing, on the front of the Derringer handle is a little quarter 20. And that's where I put the little Mutiny IO record button. And it was so much better of a setup than the Outrigger. Because the little cable's so tiny, you couldn't even know that it was there. And I wrapped it so nice and tight around the inside of the Derringer handle. It wouldn't get in the way of my fingers or nothing. You know, it was perfect for me. That little handle was rad. It was so much better, more slim than the Outrigger handle that Red made for the Komodo. Anyways, I digress. Who's going to Cine Gear, dude? That's what I want to know. I've never wanted to go to NAB. It's a little retail-y for me. See, that's my fear. But this, I think I don't know, Cine Gear is probably the same, right? That's always been my fear of it. Like, yeah, like you feel like you're at the like convention hall. Like, yeah, that's always been my fear of it. As much as I talk about gear on this channel specifically, the reality is this stuff has never moved the needle for me. You know, Cine Gear, NAB. You know what I do miss though? I haven't done it for a few years. And honestly, I think it's because it got a little lackluster in the most recent years. But you know what used to be cool was, for some reason, I used to get excited about when Grant would come out and do like the Black Magic reveal. That was fun. But you can just watch the live stream for that. Like, that was fun. That's all that I remember, like, was like, this is cool. I don't really feel like there was anything else that I felt like I was missing out on by not going to NAB or by not going to Cine Gear. But I understand its importance. Look, I'm not here shitting on it, right? Like, I'm not shitting on it. Like, if anything, it's my own neuroses, you know what I'm saying? It's like my own stuff that I have to deal with, of like anxiety and big crowds, and that's one of the reasons why I started shooting so much documentary like 4 years ago, was to help me in crowds. Because if I have a camera in my hand, then I can easily switch to work mode, and I forget that a part of me was like super anxiety ridden, you know, because honestly, just thinking like, okay, oh, Nanlite did this too. They sent me a badge, and I've never done anything with Nanlite, so that was completely random to me. Of course I will accept, but then I was like, I instantly was full of anxiety. This happened, and it's, you know, every time I think about it, this was like last week or something, they sent me the thing. And every time I think about it, it makes me nervous. Like, and that's just how it is. Like, it's just like if I go to a concert or a show with a group of people or something, I will be so anxiety ridden leading up to the day of going to that concert or whatever. So that's why like 4 years ago, I just started carrying my camera with me everywhere, and it would just like set me at ease. I could just shoot. It didn't matter. And it just helped relieve some pressure off of me a little bit, you know, and it doesn't matter. I'm just shooting for myself. You know what I'm saying? So if you see me out there at Cine Gear, I probably will be in like full work mode, but if I'm shooting, I'll be happy, you know, like I'll be happy until like I see somebody I don't want to see. You know, but I think the reality is like, I don't know, you know, we all know I cause waves, you know, I tend to like to burn the house down. So look, I ain't afraid to answer some one-off crazy questions either. You know, if someone's got some cojones and they want to come step to me and try to put me on the spot, like that's what I thrive in. You know, don't forget, you know, even though I was full of anxiety, I used to perform on stages, you know, for some reason, like, and that's what I mean. Like, I could go out on a stage and perform in front of 500 people, and I've done it many a times. That doesn't bother me. And that's what I mean. There's like that work mode switch that turns on in my brain. But like, if I didn't have a routine prepared and you were like, just go up on that stage, I wouldn't I would probably shit the bed, right? Because like because it's the preparation of it. Like I need to know that I'm gonna go on a stage, and I need to at least know what I'm stepping into. I can do improv. I did improv for years, for 2.5 years at the Groundlings. So like it's not like I wouldn't know what to do. Like I wouldn't fucking freeze. You know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, like I don't know. What am I trying to say here? All I'm trying to say is, yeah, you'll probably see me here if you go here, and I'll probably be a little weird, you know. But when people meet me, people know they're like, this dude's crazy, this dude's weird. But like in an environment like this where it's like, look at this, 16,000 plus. Oh, sorry, my face was covering it. 16,000 plus attendees. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna be acting a little weird because it's just like, holy shit, that's a lot of people, bro. That's the kind of stuff that has always kind of made me nervous of these things like this. And look, also, you know what a big part of it is? This specifically. Like if this was something else, like if it was about skateboards or something, like I wouldn't be as nervous, right? Like, but because it's specifically about the industry that I have worked in since 2017 here in LA specifically, I don't like, I'm not good at networking. You know what I mean? There was there was a lot of problems in my theater life when I used to perform theater. You know, I was a repertory theater stage actor. A lot of people know that. But the hardest part for me to do was what I had to do when I was off stage. As soon as you get off stage, you got to go network with the investors and people that are like, you know, like the big philanthropists that are supporting like real art and theater and shit. And I'm not the guy to go send out there talking to somebody I don't know, bro, because you know, I'm gonna say something that's gonna probably offend someone, or like straight up, and it's not going to go well, and it never did. So I've always looked at this too, like that on like steroids, like, oh my god, this is a networking event, bro. I fucking hate networking, which is crazy because that's like the number one thing that you need to be good at to succeed in the entertainment business. Like honestly, some of the best people that have risen, and you're like, how did they rise so high in their field when like they're not that good? Well, it's because they're good networkers, right? Nepotism is real. And when you hear nepotism, it doesn't just mean like, oh, it's their brother or whatever, or their mom or their dad. No, nepotism just means like who you know. Literally, most of the jobs I get here, even though I'm a weirdo, most of the jobs I get here are people that already know me, or that I know, that know of me, or whatever the case may be. That's just the reality of it. You got to be a good networker to go far in Hollywood, and I've never been good at that because I don't know, I don't have good people skills, I guess is what I'm trying to say, right? So so that's one of the reasons why I've always kind of avoided shit like this, because I know like, oh, there's gonna be people there in my industry. Now, the more socially trained person, it would be like the best thing for them to go do something like this, right? Because they go thrive there. They're like, yeah, someone to network and all this shit. And some people would go, well, Justin, put your acting hat on and just pretend. I don't work like that. I'm not that type of person. Like, I can't just be an actor and go to like a thing like this when I'm supposed to be myself. I don't understand that. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't do that. To me, that's not like a realistic thing, right? In other words, like if you gave me a character to be and I go there, well, now I'm at Cine Gear being this character. And I don't want to do that because that's weird too. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is why I've avoided things like this for a long time. It's just the type of human being I am. It's hard for me to go to things like this when I know it's like people in an industry that I'm also involved in. I just don't do well. I've always performed better in groups of 5 or less, right? That's the reality of it. I mean, even at family dinners, if there's more than 4 or 5 people there, I probably won't say one word because that's the type of human being I am. Like to me, I'm just like, I don't need to talk or anything because all these people here, they got this. You know what I mean? Like they got it. And honestly, it's better for me so I can just observe. And some of you be like, holy shit, this guy actually shuts up for once. But it is true. It's like you put me in a group of 4 or 5 more or more people, you probably won't hear me talk a whole lot because unless I'm addressed directly, you know what I mean? Unless someone asks me something directly, no, I don't really chime in that much. I don't really say anything. I don't know why that is. That's just a thing with me. So that's the main reason why events like this kind of always weird me out, because I'm like, I don't know, you know. But this is the time where, you know, it was offered to me, and I don't know. Normally I would have just ignored it because I'm that kind of douche. But a part of, you know, you know, before this, like guys like Mutiny Mike, he hit me up, and then Blake with the Nikon ZR. Those guys had already hit me up before Nanlite reached out to me. So people were already asking me if I was going and stuff. So it was kind of already living in the back of my mind. So then when I got that email, I agreed to it, you know, but I've been a little reluctant about it ever since, you know, just, and it's just more of that anxiety feeling. Let me get up in here in these comments so I can like take a breather here. I go to Cine Gear every year. Titan Jen says, I personally love going, but I'll be there both days. Sick, dude. Titan Jen will be out there. Mutiny Mike says it's a million times better than NAB. It's all DPs, firsts, and gaffer grips are people. Yeah, I was thinking a little bit of that because I noticed IATSE is like represented out there, and I was like, oh, I don't think IATSE really does a whole lot at NAB. I could be wrong about that. I'm not in IATSE, so I don't know about that, but I did find that pretty cool and rad. Sweet Baker skateboard. Thank you, bro. Baker boards in the house. Last year, the highlight of Cine Gear were the seminars with Sir Roger Deakins and Dean Kundi having conversations talking about their experiences. Yeah, man. And that's very cool, right? I mean, that in itself is rad. And I always see like even here on their Instagram, literally Deakins is like in the top thing here. Yeah, he's there all the time. And that is rad. That's super cool to, you know, snag a shot of. I'm the type of dude that would just get a weird shot of him existing in his life without even, you know, introducing myself to him. You know, that's just how I operate, you know. So if I get like a rad shot of Deakins just kind of doing his thing, I think that would make my day. If I fly over from France to the US, attending a show would be nice, but it should be part of a trip to visit the US. Flying over is too expensive though. Well, especially now, I would imagine. It's probably super crazy expensive to fly right now. Oh, but however, once you get here, the flying would actually be cheaper than driving currently in our current economics situation. You say anxiety like Christopher Walken. I do have a little bit of Christopher Walken isms every now and then for sure, but I'll take that as a compliment. I've never been to Cine Gear, but I'd say it's worth going at least once, right? I like to try new places, especially if I'm given a pass. I'll be in Portland, Oregon during this for a film festival. Oh, that's badass. You have a film at the festival, Dead Ringer? That's rad too, you know. Film festivals are cool. That's another area where I always that's I, you know, because back in 2016 we had a couple proof of concepts that I produced and directed and starred in, and we were going around to festivals and stuff, and that was difficult. Yeah, I had to put on a little bit of a show, a little bit of a mask. And, you know, and every time I look back at those things, I'm like, oh man, I hate that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, because, you know, I wore like a weird, you know, like this weird blazer. You know, I always think about my fit, like what I was wearing. And I'm like, oh man, like I can always judge how I feel on the inside by the outfit that I felt I was forced to wear. You know what I'm saying? So like, but something like this, I'll just wear whatever I want. You know what I mean? But at a film, you know, especially like back then, this would have been like 2016. So in 2015, 2016, you know, I felt like I had to be like the producer representing his proof of concept. So I had to, you know, I was trying to like church it up and wear a blazer and shit. I'm just like, bro, that's not even who I am, dude. What's even going on? You sound like an extroverted introvert. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of true, honestly. That's totally true. Yeah, because in a small group of like I said, 5 or less people, I could easily carry the energy all night and not have a problem doing that. You know, I would feel comfortable doing that, and I would probably just do it naturally, to be honest with you. But as soon as the crowd starts getting bigger, it's like, I don't want to do it anymore. You know, like I just want to like hang out and observe, because that to me has always been a fun, that to me too it's fun to observe. And so, yeah, I guess that makes sense why I just start observing with the camera. It all helps the anxiety. Dance, monkey, dance. Faustian Man says he's good at networking, but he feels corny and awkward as hell doing it. Yeah, I guess, you know, I guess I'm probably not unique, right? Like probably everybody feels that awkwardness. It's the same shit, you know, it's like, oh God, I gotta introduce myself to people I don't know. I've always admired people that are really good at it. You know, shout out to my buddy out here, Tristan Welsh. You probably seen him in a lot of my YouTube videos. He's in a lot of my videos. Tristan is an actor out here. He's like, he helps me out on a lot of jobs when I was gaffing back a few years back and stuff. And he's so good at just lighting up the room. You know, he'll just walk in and he just doesn't mind walking up to anybody and shaking their hand but he's so real and natural at it that you're like, damn, bro. And he's always doing something. Like he's always working on something. And it's because like he's like a magnet. You know, when he walks in the room, everyone just like feels like, okay, this dude's cool. Like you can feel it as soon as he walks in the room. And I feel like when I walk in a room, people are expecting me to start bitching about something. And I usually do. Because like that's just my nature, right? Like I'm usually talking shit about something. And it's just who I, you know, it's the type of person I am. Like you know, like but we don't need to go down that road. Oh man, nightmare. Fausty Man says, check out The Greatest Salesman in the World by OG Matt McConaughey. Told me to pick it up. Helps ton. Matthew McConaughey's self-help books, bro. His little podcast that when they have him on random podcasts, those little clips always come up in my shorts, like the little shorts feed. That shit's awesome though. McConaughey's an interesting character for sure. Faustian Man said he had Deacon sign his GH6 with what, a silver Sharpie? Like, how did it show up? Silver Sharpie would be what you'd have to use, huh? You should drop a picture of that. That's hilarious. Where do you sign it at? Like on the top? That sounds pretty rad though, actually. You have to come to Cine Gear so we can talk about loaning you one of our high-speed cameras for some slow-mo street shots. Dude, that's a good idea, actually. And downtown. Yeah, man. You know what would be fun to catch with that too is like when the dudes come ripping down on their dirt bikes. That's a thing that happens almost every time. I don't want to say every time because I go to downtown a lot, but I would say about I would honestly probably say about 75% of the time those dirt bike dudes are down there, bro. That would be rad to catch them because they all belly up at the same time. Man, even to catch them, I don't want to give away some stuff because there's some stuff that, you know, would be nice to nab up, you know, and it's up for the pickings, man. I want to give it away, man. They stole my idea. They stole my story. You have to, oh yeah, but for sure, dude. I mean, if that's on the table, bro, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dead Ringer says he has a short playing at the Portland Horror Film Festival. Yo, I think I had a proof of concept play at that festival. No joke. Way back though, 2016. That's amazing, bro. It's called The Box. My 5-year-old son is the lead. Wait, The Box? Hold on. Who is this Dead Ringer for a video? Do you have it on IMDb or something? Hold on, let me find this. Portland. This is crazy. Wasn't I just watching something? Or no, what was it called? The Box? What am I thinking of? I might be thinking of JWoww's horror movie. Let's see. Talking shit is a talent too. Yeah, and I feel like I'm pretty good at it. and I feel but you know, a lot of people I would say on some of the sets that I work on, there's two different sets. I should say this. I'm two different people depending on what kind of set it is, right? Like if it's a good set with like a good director, then I'm usually like the problem solver, right? But if I'm on a set where I'm the most knowledgeable one, I already know it's gonna be a fucking shit show. You know what I'm saying? So I can talk for shit for days on that one. You know what I mean? But if I'm on a set where most of the crew is way more talented than me, then yeah, like I don't have a whole lot to complain about, and I usually don't anyways. I usually don't. And that's not true all the time, but I'd say about 60% of the time I don't have anything to complain about when most of the crew is more experienced than me, and that's how I prefer it because then I don't have as much to talk shit about, and then I can just do my job and problem solve. I think that's probably normal for everybody though. There's probably some of you that can identify with that. Come on, bro, I want to find The Box. What's it called? The Box? Let me find it. I might have to eat on camera because I didn't get to eat in time, or this might just be a shorty. Penelope, bro, that looks crazy. So these are all short films. This one looks rad. Red Ribbons in the House of Stained Glass. Wow, that looks good, dude. Sacra Lunaria looks good. Look at this one. Look at this. COA. Wow, that looks crazy. I don't know how you say that, but I tried. The All-Star Massacre, that looks like a street photographer if I ever saw one. Look at that frame, dude. That's gnarly. I like that though, the All-Star Massacre. Oh, there it is, the box. Bumper. Is this you, bro? Simeon Gregory. 1 minute? That's an ultra short. That's like a real short. You mean like that's an IG reel? That's a TikTok video. 1 minute total, huh? Wow. Simeon Gregory, starring Asher Gregory, your son. A father and son's hiking trip turns sinister when they come across a strange box. Oh, dude. I'm glad I didn't say it because, you know, is a child involved, but I instantly thought of that really horrible SNL sketch. But I know that's weird because, you know, it's a horror movie, right? Anyways, you have to come to Cine Gear. Yep, Silver Sharpie. That's a good call right there. That's cool, dude. On the back blank slide of the folding screen. Oh, I got you on the very back. 300 terabytes of street shots. Wait, what are you talking about? Oh, the ultra slow-mo. Yeah, what camera is it, dude? What's the high-speed camera? You have it on your site here? Let's see. Muni.io's got the you guys got the craziest shit, dude. Like this I remember this DeWalt thing, bro. This DeWalt thing, dude. Yo, when I'm at Cine Gear, I should do just a little short of just like getting the backstory on this thing. You've probably explained it a million times, but I'm sure you've gotten a lot of questions about the inspiration for this. Pause. Chappelle is a genius. 100%. But yeah, I remember when this came out and the whole like charging your battery with the DeWalt with the drill batteries. Pretty gnarly that this became a thing. 10 amps max, 16 volt. You can run power out. It's got a 14 volt on the other side. Ember or Pixboom Spark? We have both. Oh shit, dude! I wish I would have known this. I wish I would have known this like a couple months ago, dude. No joke. I actually there was a documentary that I was like kind of associated with. They were just wanting to hire me for the day, specifically to operate their high-speed camera, and they were trying to find one of these. Damn, that would have came in handy, bro. Yeah, they have some. I don't want. I probably shouldn't say anything on the stream because I don't know if that documentary ever came out. Like it's a real documentary, but it was a crazy idea they had that involved. I don't know if this is okay to say, but it involved. I'll just say this. It involved leaf blowers. I'll just say that. But yeah, that would have came in handy for sure on that doc. But we never were able to find one. Does someone have the number to the live stream? Oh, I think someone went to the old videos and found the live stream number. Yo.
Oh, Justin.
Hello?
Hi, is this Justin?
Yeah, I thought this was someone calling to the live stream. I'm actually on a live show right now.
Oh, hey, everybody.
Awesome.
I can call you about a job. I'll text you in a sec.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be done in probably like 45 minutes or so.
Okay, text me the live stream so I can get on. I'll just interrupt it.
All right. It's all good. Dude, that's hilarious. Someone calling me about a job. That's actually I think that's a director I shot for in the past. That's funny because I looked at the thing because I didn't recognize the number, so I thought someone went to one of the old streams and found the Google number because I don't have the number on right now. Let's see what he said. Yeah, it's only 1 minute. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to this. It's a prequel to my very first short film, Death in a Box, that was 12 minutes. Oh, okay. He filmed, edited, and submitted it during the last week submissions were open. And he's doing a Weekend Warrior. The bumper contest requirements are under 1 minute runtime. Oh, I see. So that's why it says bumper. It's the specific category. Okay, that's cool. So you'll be in with a bunch of like 1 minute. That's my kind of film festival right there, bro. Just a bunch of 1 minutes back to back. That actually sounds like a good time. Leaf blowers sounds like coded gangster language for something sinister. Yeah, it was actually a piece we were doing over in Compton, actually. DeWalt was created for travelers who need power anywhere in the world. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Literally power at a job site and sold worldwide. Right. The smallest village in Africa has a DeWalt battery. Ah, interesting. I never thought about it like that. Damn, even like third world countries have DeWalt batteries? Yeah, I guess so. Get down here and bring the leaf blowers. Made for the dock dudes. Oh, yeah. I never thought about it like that. And plus, too, like travel restrictions with batteries. You know, if you're someone like me that I absolutely hate. I was just talking to Marianne about this because I wasn't able to go on a trip recently. I was really bummed out about that. But so I was packing all for carry on only because I was like, I'm done bringing bags for checked bags. Like I was over it. And so I was trying my best to figure out how to pack for carry on only. And this was a well, kind of a it was definitely it was definitely a family trip, but you know me, I was still trying to throw some cameras in and stuff. But that makes sense too. Like if if you didn't want to travel with because you when you have a carry on, you can only carry like the nano batteries. You can't carry like a lot of hardcore power, especially too. It's gonna weigh you down. And there's weight restrictions on those carry-ons too. So that makes sense. You wouldn't have to take any batteries with you. You just show up on a job site. Yeah, and just go buy some like cheapos. That makes a lot of that's cool actually. I never thought about it like that. Yeah, the most accessible battery in the world is the fucking drill battery. Yeah, dude, I never thought about that. Okay. And then how long do these things last? How long would a 20-volt DeWalt, like, does it last longer than a nano? Or they're probably about the same, huh? How many watt hours, did you say on here how many watt hours these things are? Get down here. Filming and editing a 1 minute short was more challenging than my longer ones for sure. Telling a story in 1 minute is challenging. It was fun though. Bumpers usually kick off blocks of longer films. Yeah, 1 minute is crazy for a short film to me. But that I think is a great exercise. That's a great exercise to do, especially in our current environment where everything is like so people's attention span is like nothing. And it's one of the things I battle with for the freeway life. Because in the beginning I was doing it pretty raw. One of the videos is like the length of a fucking feature length movie, like no joke. One of them was an hour and 20 minutes. And I remember telling Matt out here, I was like, dude, this one's as long as a feature length movie, bro. And he was like, what the fuck? Why? What are you doing? So I was like, okay. So I've tried really hard at like really slicing up. That's why I say like like Marianne's really good at slicing, like chopping out the fat. And I'm just not a good editor, period. Like I'm not good at like slicing out the fat, but I've been working better at it. I've been getting outside opinions on it, which helps a lot, especially with the way I talk, especially on these live streams. You guys already know I tend to go in loops, right? And that's just another brain thing I have. I don't hear myself when I'm looping. I don't hear myself when I'm repeating things over and over. That's just more that anxiety thing. And so because of that, my brain doesn't always hear it, even when I'm trying to edit myself. I mean, so I think having this as an exercise of making 1 minute short films, I think that's a great exercise. Yeah, dude, good on you, man. That's good. Certainly for today's environment, Can't get a gold mount in the rainforest, but most likely a construction site somewhere. Yeah, I get it, dude. 100%. 100%. Lasts about the same as a nano V mount. Yeah, that's what I figured. Those are good though. A nano V mount can last like I think 3 hours on the Komodo if I'm not mistaken. I'm just trying to remember. Maybe sometimes I could squeeze more. If it's only powering the camera, you could get I think like solid 4 hours probably. Am I wrong about that? Because I used to get 3 hours of it when it's also powering like other things. Like the small HD, the transmitter. Yeah, easily 98 watt hour V mount will charge everything for 3 hours on the Komodo. These days, you have about 4 seconds to grab people's attention and get them locked in. It's so true. Yeah, we have so much content coming at us 24/7. Yeah, it's true. You know, we're competing with the world. You know, but it's like they all said. You know, it's cool that it's cool that I can't remember what I was gonna say. Fuck it. Yeah, it's just all cool, man. Everything's cool. Everything's cool. Cine Gear Expo. um, yeah. So we'll definitely be out there. We'll definitely. This makes me nervous. You know, like when I see like the gear and shit, I'm like, oh my god, dude. Like like when I see these all the time when I'm shooting downtown, you know, and not for jobs, like not jobs I'm on, right? The jobs I'm on, I know there's only been like less than 5 of the jobs that I've done with this kind of equipment on it. I can literally count on one hand in the past fucking 9 years, right? So that gives you an idea, right? But when I'm just like shooting downtown, like for bullshit or whatever, these things I see all the time, and I'm always like shooting the guys. Um it's really easy to just act like you belong on a lot of the sets that happen downtown. It's so easy, especially when you have a camera. It's so rad. But also, there's been a handful of them where I know some of the people that are there, and that helps too, you know, because they see you talking to like the AD or something. So then they just assume I'm like another BTS guy or something. But I don't know why, like the big equipment just makes me nervous when I look at it, because I'm like, oh, God, you know, there's all this crazy shit here. That was always a thing, you know, like I think back like when I was in like a filmmaking school, you know, because I went back to college as an old man to learn all this shit. And so I went to the LA film program, and everyone was so excited when they got the dolly out, and when they had one of these even. I don't even know what they call these things, but they had all the shit, man. They had it all at the school, and I was like the one bumpkin that just like wasn't super stoked on it. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to touch it. I don't want nothing to do with that thing. And they're like, Justin, you have to learn what it is. I'm like, no, I still don't know what the fuck it is, bro. I don't want to know what it is. I'll hire someone to use that motherfucker, dude. Oh man, I should watch the cussing though. I'm sorry, I apologize. Um, Hi brother, what's up, Bad Karma? Oh, we got Orange City in the house. See, you lost focus just trying to form a 4 second sentence. It's true, it's true. I've always wanted to go to the Cine Gear Expo. Is it open to everyone or just people who are in the industry? I think anyone can sign up. I think you just go here and you say you want to register, right? I mean, I don't know how it works. Yeah, here you go. You get a matinee expo pass. The limited to 50 passes director's cut pass is sold out. So you can't get a director's cut pass, but it was $200 more, so you probably didn't want that anyways. Oh, the press badge request registration is now closed. So you won't be able to get a press badge, but you get all this other shit. I don't know what kind of badge I have, but I will be essentially press, my own press. I don't think that should be a problem. Hopefully not. Will that be a problem, Mike? I don't think that'll be a problem. It looks like it's $75. It's weird that the matinee student pass is the same. So they must have just like changed this. Like, why are these the same? There's no sense in this, right? Like, why would you have to present a valid student ID if you're literally going to pay the same price? Am I confusing something here? So yeah, it is $75 to go. But I think that will last you for both. Oh, here it says standard expo pricing. Oh, okay, now it's just standard expo pricing. Yeah, because it happens like this upcoming weekend, I think. So yeah, so now everything is just a straight $75 across the board. A techno crane, that's what it's called. It's called a techno crane. That's what it's called. Yeah, techno nervous. Yeah, 30 years. It'll be the 30th year they've been doing it. I don't know, man. You know, I'm sweating in my boots just sitting here looking at it. I'm sure it'll be cool, though. I'm sure it'll be cool. Everyone will be cool. It'll be cool. And I think maybe, you know, if nothing else, I'll get like some cool. This is probably what I'm gonna do too. You know, because I have both the channels going now. So whatever I capture there, it's probably going to be a really weird thing. So I'm probably going to have that reserved for the freeway life because look, guys, I don't plan on going here and like interviewing people and doing all that bullshit. Like, that's not my thing. I leave that to Cine D and those guys. Like, I have no interest in that. I don't even care enough about the gear. I don't know about any of the new announcements, right? Like, that's not my thing. Like, I want to go there and be a normal human being, and I just want to do what I do, and I want to, photograph strangers doing their thing and existing in this world. I don't really want to, you know what I'm saying? So the video that I create out of this will 100% just be like very observational documentary, like is what I do on my second channel, The Freeway Life, if you don't know. But I think for this channel, I will probably do, because I will be shooting a lot of B-roll, and Mike and you guys, Bad Karma, guys that watch The Freeway Life, they know, like, I integrate a lot of B-roll into those videos. So I'll certainly be shooting enough B-roll, and I'll certainly be learning enough about this shit because I'll be there and I have ears, you know what I'm saying? But I think what I will do for this channel is like a post-mortem, right? And kind of like share, it'll be like the generic, like, like my top 10 favorite picks or some bullshit like that. Not picks as in pictures, but like literally like what I think is like the coolest shit that I saw there. I will probably save that for this channel. Just as like a post-mortem thing or whatever. But I think in terms of like, the documentary side of it, that's really what I want to do there. So, anyways, that's my, that's how I feel about it right now, right? Like I could easily say that right now and then get there and end up, maybe I see something really mind-blowing and then I just want to know about it. Well, because, I always have cameras, then it'll probably be, and I wear a mic 24/7. That's how I get all my audio for the Freeway Life. So I always have a mic on me. I'm always mic'd up. And so, it might just happen on its own too. So I can't sit here and say like, oh, I won't be interviewing people or whatever. But I can't predict the future. You know what I mean? I can't. But I'm telling you right now, like my goal is not to go there and interview people. You know what I mean? I just don't want to do it. It's not my thing, dude. You know what I mean? I don't care enough. I mean, I say that now. I could easily see something that sparks my interest. $275 is about dinner for 4 at McDonald's these days. Dude, why? Why McDonald's though? If you're spending $275 at McDonald's, bro, you are fucking up your life right now. No joke, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. I have an exhibitor badge. Shit, dude, I got an exhibitor badge, bro. I should bring my little cart that I bring when I'm gaffing. I haven't gaffed in years, but like I used to have this little like cart that you see, like you take on the beach, like one of those gorilla carts. I used to use that as a gaffer. Maybe I should bring that on my little table and just set up a little table. That would be so funny, dude. What are you gonna have at your table? I don't know. What, maybe something really random like homemade soap. Homemade soap in the shape of cameras. Oh shit, dude. That would be a funny bit. Oh, Bad Karma says he lives in Garden Grove. Okay. He was in lockdown for a minute, could not evacuate. Oh, right. Because my wife is immunocompromised and I have an elderly mother-in-law and the hotel price is ridiculous. That's right. So if you guys don't know what Bad Karma is talking about, I'm glad you guys are okay, bro. So he's talking about the, what was it, like a chemical thing, right? Like the Garden Grove chemical thing. Yeah, chemical leak. I knew it was something like that. So did you guys know about this? This happened. This is a thing that just happened a couple days ago here. A chemical tank nearly exploded. And they had to evacuate like a lot of Garden Grove, right? That's right, dude. You live down there, huh? Wow. Yeah, this just happened. Lawsuits mount after Orange County chemical tank failure. Yeah, it was a big deal. If you guys don't know that, for Orange County. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that because I just went to Huntington. I went to Huntington on Friday and did a street sesh. I did a street sesh down in Huntington because I never shot down there before. And I didn't even think of that, about this chemical leak. Wow. And I say that because it's all Orange County. Some people are probably like, what does that have to do with the other thing? but I say that because they're very close to each other, right? Anyways, it was windy, man. It was super windy and cold down there, by the way. I'm glad you're okay, brother. Exhibitor badge allows early access and no hassles. Hell yeah, it does. I'll be stepping in there, bro. Oh, shit. Faustian, you are going to have a blast. Just sneak a flash, no, sneak a flask of tequila. No, you don't want me doing that, bro. If you see my ass walking around with a flask of tequila, you better call the cops. Something crazy is about to go down. Shit, dude, he's hilarious, dude. Or drink enough to start a fight with Deacons. Yeah, that's exactly what would happen. Viral fame. You're crazy, Faustian. Yo, lose a fight with Deacons. He'll feel bad and get you a job. No, he won't. No, he won't. Oh, just take a dive. Oh, let him win. Yeah, you're like starting a scene. You grab him, you pull him close, and then I whisper in his ear, "I'm gonna go down. Just swing at me. Just swing at me. I'm going down." He'll be like, "What is happening right now?" Oh shit, dude. Oh my god, I love that though. I love that so much. He'll be like, "Billy Pepper's little brother is going crazy on me at Cine Gear." Oh shit. Was not news on the East Coast. Damn, that's crazy. See, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know what's going on over here. They had to evacuate all of Garden Grove. Just like, you know, you gotta go down the YouTube rabbit hole to find out about the guy that got $200,000 worth of Legos stolen, you know, or the fact that AI farms, let me get all the clickbait out. AI farms are, you know, eating up all the water, you know, come on, man. Oh man. Set up a table full of all retro camera gear. Yeah, I can literally just take everything in this room. I'm really been going down the rabbit hole, dude. I'm in Boston and we just had a meteor explode a couple of days ago. The world is mad, boss. A meteor, hold on. Is that real? Meteor explosion. Boston, yup, Massachusetts. What? Look at this, dude. Hold on. Meteor strikes through sky over New York. Hold on. Essential cookies only. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let's get this video. What is this now? Ah, we get a little baby video of it. Hold on. Meteor strikes through sky over New York. Dashcam footage captured a meteor streaking through the sky over New York on Saturday. It went over New York and then landed in Massachusetts. What is this video though? Oh, I had it too I had it too low. I'm like, this video is just traffic, bro. Here it is, here it is. Oh, my face is still in the way. Hold on, let me put it over here. Let me rewind this. Are we sure that's what that is? A meteor coming in, dude. Whoa, it got big too, huh? Now look, this is how it began with the dinosaurs. This is how it began with the dinosaurs, man. 1 or 2 drops. They come in little bits like this. That's scary to me, man. Wow, I had no idea that was going on. Meteor explodes off Massachusetts coast, causing sonic boom. Wow. 3-foot wide meteor explodes over Boston. Wow, he said this is the best video he's seen. Where is it, bro? Where is it, bro? Oh, it's a YouTube video. We're not going to watch that. Wait, maybe on Instagram they have it. Look at this guy.
The evidence that was a meteor that exploded. It was just off the south shore outside of Boston, and so that's why it was spread over a large area. And we can tell because of satellite data. Basically, when one of these enters the atmosphere and it explodes and it's releasing all that energy, it shows up as lightning. So on our lightning mapper on satellite data, you can see where exactly that came into the atmosphere, very close to Boston, causing all of that excitement. So mystery solved. Now we know for sure, and hopefully no more excitement from the sky.
Oh, that didn't tell us anything, bro. What the hell is that? That didn't tell us anything. Do I still have audio on here, or did I mute myself? Oh, you guys, could you guys hear that or not? Could you guys hear that? Yeah, dude, I'm glad everybody's okay, man. That's crazy. May add a few rolls of HP5 to raffle off in addition to 2 penny boards. Oh yeah, so Muni Mike's gonna be doing a giveaway, dude. He's got 2 penny boards. Dude, that's crazy to me. And some rolls of film. Now that's rad, dude. Yeah, dude, that's cool, man. Penny board and HP5 Plus. That's badass, dude. Yeah, apparently you get a lot of swag. That's exciting too, right? People, I'm not gonna, mention names, but people have been messaging me, telling me the stuff that they got like years prior and stuff. That's cool. I don't think people I just don't have that personality or the face that, you know, gets free stuff unless I'm like fighting for it. You know what I'm saying? But you never know. You never know. Yep, could hear. Okay, good. Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy shit, bro. Yeah, so we go there, man. I'll be there. If you guys are there, hit me up, let me know. Send me a DM on Instagram or whatever, because I mean it's gonna be a lot of people. You know, it's 16,000 people. I'm definitely gonna go by the Mutiny IO. You know, I'll hang out. I'll go check out their booth. I guess I gotta go to the Nanlite one too. I gotta go to. I mean, that's all I really, I guess, have on the agenda. You know, I gotta set up my own table. You know, that's gonna take some time. You know, but I can do that on the first day. Oh shit, man! What if I just had a table? What if I did like a Shia LaBeouf thing? What if I just had a table and a bag on my head, microphone, camera? People would just be like, "What is this?" Oh shit! I don't want swag. I would mind rolls of film though. Yeah, Trevor wants those HP5s. Yeah, dude. The double X is getting lower. For those of you that don't know, I got a deal here. I had to go to Toluca Lake. I bought it off this DP man. He had just cans and cans of film. And I was like, I'm only interested in the double X if you have it for 35, because he had double X for 16 mil, but he didn't have any for 30. But then he ended up and got some. So I ended up buying 700 feet of Eastman double X, the real Eastman double X, for $300. I mean, that is like a crazy savings. That is a crazy savings. If you had to buy double X by the roll, first of all, you could only get it from Cine still, right? So that's one of the things, like they kind of put a commodity on it with the double X for film. So Cine still sells this stuff for, how much is the roll? Oh, it's not even on their website, bro. So maybe they don't sell it on their website, but you can get it through like B&H. And it's made by Cine still. Wait, is there no more double X? See, the 16 mil is for 400 feet of the 16 mil is $250. I got 700 feet of the 35 mil for $300. Where's the roll though? It's usually like $20 a roll. Let me see if I can find it. It's so weird. Is it out of stock right now? Here it is. Oh, it is on Cine still. Okay, so it's gone down. It's gone way down, which is surprising in our current environment. This has gone way down. Like a few years back, I bought some double X from Cine still, and it was like $16.99. And then there's 10% sales tax for California, LA, you know, so it was more like around $20 for a roll of this stuff. All I'm trying to tell you is 700 feet of it, and you get about 20 rolls for every 100 feet, roughly. So 20 times 7 is someone that can do that. Was that 140? Wait, is that right? 1,400. 20 times 7 is 1,400? No, 140. Yeah. 20 times 7 is 140. Oh my God, dude. See. 140. So that's 140 rolls. So then if you times the 140, I think I'm doing this right. I'm horrible at this. Help me out if I'm doing this wrong. So then 140 times $14, but then it would also be the tax, but we won't, just for sake of time. Yeah, see how much it would be? It would be nearly $2,000, and I paid $300. I got a crazy good deal, dude. But that roll that 700 feet it's right now it's probably sitting at around, I don't know. It's too hard to know what it is, but it's getting tiny. It's getting small. It's making me a little worried about what I'm going to do. But I know what I'm going to do already, because you know who still sells it in a 100-foot roll is Reflex Lab. They used to anyways. They used to sell it. I don't know why we got down this rabbit hole. They do still sell it. See, you can still get 100 feet of it for $145. So even if you were to go their route, it would still be way more, you know, because this would be per roll. So it'd be $2,000, nearly $2,000 for that many rolls that I got for 300. Or you could do it this way and say, well, you had 700 feet times 145. Still, wait, what? Wait, what am I doing wrong here? Hold on. No, I did something wrong here. 145 times 7. That's what it should be. Yeah, it's still $1,000. Either way you look at it, it's $1,000. Because this is 145 for only 100 feet, and I had 700 feet. So it was a killer savings. You know, it was worth the trip to Toluca Lake. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I don't know why I told you all that. What? Double X35 for that little? Yeah, that's what I mean, dude. That's what I'm saying. $300, you're rich, bro. Yeah, it's this happened back in January though. That's why I've been shooting so much double X. I've shot nothing. I mean, I can't say nothing, but I shoot probably 4 rolls of double X a day, probably 3 to 4 rolls. Nah, I can't say every day. Let's go by average, because you know there'll be like today I didn't go shoot. Like today I just didn't go shoot, so it just I had to do a Patreon video today, so I didn't get to go do the session. But I don't know, on average, easily 2 rolls a day, like on average. But if I go out on a real session, yeah, there's easily 5 rolls. I always have 5 rolls in the bag, and I know those 5 rolls, if it's a real thing, those 5 rolls are gonna be gone, dude. So yeah, I've been shooting a lot of double X since January, for sure. Are you developing at home? Yeah, 100%. 100% developing at home. Black and white is so simple for me to do, and I love it. I love developing the black and white. Color is another story. Like I hate developing the color. It's a huge pain in my ass. I don't know how much longer I'll be trying to develop my own color film, and that probably means I don't know how much longer I'll be shooting color film. I just hate it. I hate the temperature stuff. You know, because black and white, I don't need it to be any temperature. I just develop it. You know, like I know, I got it down to a science with the chemicals that I use, and you know, I've done enough experimenting now where I know exactly the time, and with just room temp, and it's yeah, the color though is a whole nother. It's just so stressful, man. But for me, the temperature thing. So I don't know how much longer I'll develop color. But the black and white, yeah, all day, every day, dude. Looking for a 1,000 foot can of 35 mil Kodak AHU Verita 200D. I have 1,000 feet of Vision 3 200T and 1,000 feet of Vision 350D in my freezer. What up, Scott Balgum? Scott Balgum said 2 rolls a day. Dang, you rich. Yeah, you might have missed it though. I got it for dirt cheap, dude. I got the film for dirt cheap. Yeah, that's true too. I don't really think about it. It's something that I've recently been talking about with the Freeway Live stuff, because it's like, yeah, I have a lot of wasted shots, which essentially is wasted money, right? It's like, damn, that's just like wasted money. And that is something that, you know, being a digital baby, you know, coming from the digital world, I still haven't quite, it's taken me a while to appreciate, like, bro, that's a frame, dude, you know. And especially with me, like Mike knows, like Bad Karma knows, like there's a lot of crap, you know. It's pretty gnarly, and yeah, I've been trying to work on, like, yo, this is money, bro. You know, like let's think about what we're doing here. And I think because I was spoiled by finding that 700-foot roll, where I'm like, I've had this mentality of like, I have a lifetime supply, right? Like that's what you feel when you get a 700-foot roll of film. You think in your brain, you're like, yes, like at least I did at the time, where I'm like, wow, this is gonna last me forever. So then you act like that, like I do, anyways. I'm not precious with it, and that's probably something I need to work on. And as the big roll is getting smaller, I'm like, bro, I'm starting to like now be more mindful of it. Like, oh no, you know, like it's getting smaller. It's going away, dude. And that's why I would be like the worst person to win the lottery, because I would be that guy to go bankrupt like next week, you know. Like, dude, Justin spent all that money, bro. And like have like nothing cool to show for it. I'd be like, okay, yeah, that would be my situation for sure. But that's another reason to shoot film, right? It like teaches you some discipline of some kind, you know. It just for me, it takes a little bit longer to appreciate that discipline. But yeah, we're getting there, bro. We're getting there. Yo, Mike, though, about that though, you wanna see something cool, man? I'll show you something real cool here on Oh, someone trying to buy a combo stand off me right now. I've been offloading my storage unit. And I have like a lot of my gaffer stuff in there. And that's why I love Mutiny Mike, dude. He sent me these things. They're so good. Let me see if I have one here. Let me see if I have one. Hold on. Where is it, dude? It was my favorite one, bro. I don't have it anymore. Oh yeah. Right here. This is so killer. And I think he sent patches of this too. It says NGAF, not gaffing a Hold on, let me go on this real quick. Look at this, dude. This is hilarious. Is it gonna go? Let me grab the lens real quick. I busted this lens recently. Look at that. I love that mutiny mess. I love that. I love it for me, especially because I stopped gaffing. So I love that, dude. Yeah, and then these killer patches. No, I cannot pan up. It was so rad. Mike sent those out. He'll probably have a bunch of those at Cine Gear, I imagine, right, Mike? You'll have a bunch of those. Dude, so rad, man. I love that. Not gaffing a fuck. Anyways, I want to show you what I found on here real quick, and then we'll probably have to call it. But let me change this to LA real quick. And I can show you, because dude, this is something cool too. I want to show you something real quick. Let me pull this up real quick. You can see what I like, dude, like Facebook Marketplace is my doom scroll destination. I don't scroll on anything. I don't scroll on Instagram. I don't even have TikTok. I deleted that app long ago because it just doesn't really do anything for me because I'm not a scroller. But for some reason, dude, Facebook Marketplace for me is like the funnest thing. It's like the virtual flea market world, dude. A lot of like if you've been on these streams, you already know I love me some Facebook Marketplace. But the reason for bringing this up specifically is because Mike was talking about the film. There was someone on here selling old Fuji Eterna, and I was wanting to get it. It's Fuji Eterna. He had cans of it. It's gone, dude. Someone bought it up, bro. Someone bought it up. It was cheap. The problem with it is that he was not keeping it refrigerated, and it was really old, and he just kept it in his closet. He said it was climate controlled closet, but still it's a closet. So that's the only thing that made me a little like not want to go get it. It's gone anyways. That sucks, bro. But yeah, it made me think of that when you were talking about the film you were trying to find. I was literally thinking about buying a commercial fridge and stocking it with film right before the film stocks dried up like 10 years ago. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Yeah, you should have done that. I think a lot of people did that. Mutiny Mikey, you probably did that. There's a lot of people that probably did that. I wish I would have done that, 100%. Magic in the house. Kinfinity got that new Vista at Cine Gear. Well, I guess we'll probably try to go find it then. He said, looks cool, but I've never seen Kinfinity used on sets. Me neither. I don't know too much about him, but that Vista gonna be the buzz. Is it? I think I talked about that Vista thing. It's not really holding up that well, bro. Come on now, right? You're talking about the Fuji Vista thing. What is it called? Look, like who made it, right? Fuji made it, right? Wait, no. Wait, what are you talking about? What am I thinking of? Wait, no, what am I thinking of? Oh, Vista is made by Kinfinity. Oh, okay, hold up. I'm getting it confused with the Fuji Eterna thing. Hold on. But yeah, I've never seen Kinfinity anywhere either. So what's their new thing you're talking about? They have a new Vista thing. Oh, Hopfagir has it. Kinfinity Vista. That's what it looks like? This doesn't even look real to me. Oh, it's tiny. It's like a box. It's like a little... Oh, weird. Why is it so tiny? It's a locking tiny camera. It's got a locking mount on the front of it. I've never seen this before. $2,500. What's this? There's no specs on this. Here we go. Hold on. What is this? Full frame open gate 3x2. To be announced in June 2026. It's got a built-in 240 gigabyte SSD built in, plus a CF Express Type B slot, Power is a native LEMO 2-pin. Ooh, I like the sounds of that. It also has a built-in old school battery slot, and Sony battery, MPF Sony battery slot. Monitor is a 4-inch high brightness OLED Retina. OLED? That's not going to be very bright, bro. OLED's not bright, dude. Dual full-size 4K HDMI. Bummer, dude. Audio and I/O, built-in mic, 3.5mm mic input with timecode support, headphone jack, 600 grams, CNC aircraft-grade aluminum body. Either a Kinfinity Kini mount or active E-mount. Can they both be locking? Dude, is the E-mount locking? Now you have my attention. A high-performance personal cinema tool in a true micro form factor. Kinfinity's most compact and accessible cine camera to date. First premiere was at NAB. They've already premiered it, eh? Weird, dude. Weird. Internal Apple ProRes and compressed RAW. Like Cinema DNG? Who knows about these cameras? Cinema DNG? What kind of RAW are we talking about here? The original RAW? Or Kinfinity RAW? That looks crazy to me. Like, that's the whole camera, just the locking mount. Can you get it? Can you get the E-mount and locking mount? Whoa, it is. Whoa. Whoa, it is. You have to pay extra for it, though. You got to pay 600 more euros for this. Is that right? Hold on. Where'd this come from? Where'd this pop out come from? Hold on. Weird. I never knew about this thing. I knew nothing about this thing. Nothing. I didn't know anything about this camera. Look how tiny it is. It looks like that TaskRabbit thing. Do you guys remember you remember the TaskRabbit AI tool that bombed hard? Have you guys seen that thing? Wait, it's not called TaskRabbit. I think it's just called Rabbit. Hold on. This is hilarious. Yeah, Rabbit Arbor. This thing bombed so hard. I think this ended up being a scam. This is what it reminded me of, though. That Kinfinity reminded me of this thing, bro. Doesn't it kind of look like it, though? I mean, obviously, it's not the same color, right? I'm not that fucking colorblind. But it just reminded me of that. Because that's tiny. I like that it has a little scroll wheel. It's got a joystick. Oh, now you're talking my language, guy. Keep going. Joystick, scroll wheel. Wow, it's going to be a good Friday night. Wow, dude. What a weird little camera, bro. That thing's weird. That's weird looking to me. But I gotta say, I like small things. I like small things. I really do. Especially when it comes to cameras. Hey, man, this could be my new Freeway Life documentary tool for video. Because what I've been using for Freeway Life videos is this dumb camera. I shouldn't call it dumb. I used it hardcore and it broke. I broke it. I destroyed this camera. and yes, it's expensive for what it is. But why I use this is because it's so tiny. I can literally put this in my shirt pocket, and I've done that multiple times. One of the reasons why it got destroyed, probably. But the lens is the equivalent of a 24 to 200 because it's just a little 1-inch sensor. But you know, this camera was gnarly. And it shoots like, 50 frames per second. Like, it was nice for me just on the street, But it broke. And I've been really trying to integrate the A7C II, but it's not the same compactness. But looking at this thing, I'm like, damn, if I got a small enough lens on this thing, especially that if it's E-mount, we can do something gnarly with like a pancake E-mount lens and it's locking. I like that it's locking. I mean, honestly, that's the FX6's Achilles heel. The mount on the FX6 is so precious and fragile. Every time I shoot on that thing, my lens falls in my hand. It never fails. Every time I shoot on that camera and I shoot handheld with the FX6, if I have a normal lens, like a nice lens, but a Sony lens, a native E-mount lens, it will, before I know it, I'll be like, yo, what's up with and I'm holding the lens still, and it's no longer connected to the camera. I'm like, holy shit, dude, when did that happen? It'll just come off in my hand. It's so annoying. So yeah, it's rad that this thing's E-mount. I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I didn't know anything about this. Now, 2500, See, that's the problem though. I'm just too old and cheap nowadays where I'm like, nah, and I didn't even want to replace this thing. I'm like, nah, I'll just figure it out with A7C2. I'm already on a new path with what I'm pairing with the A7C2. Because my whole thing nowadays is like, I'm just trying to save money. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to spend money like at all on anything, you know? And I think that's why like this stuff. And then they're like, dude, this guy shoots film. It's all, yeah, but that's why though, you know, the money has to be saved for the film, you know, like I can't be spending money on this stuff, but this isn't a bad price. This is not a bad price for what this thing is. The question is, what does it look like in terms of the image? And I'm going to say what everyone always says that doesn't matter, but for me it does, is the rolling shutter. The rolling shutter is something that affects me nonstop. Think about it, guys. And I've tried to explain this so many times on so many different outlets. It's the smaller these cameras are, the worse the rolling shutter is, the more you're going to notice it. You know what I'm saying? It's just the reality of it. So this camera is very tiny. So I'm a little nervous about what the rolling shutter is on this camera, because that is scary to me. And yeah, fine. If you don't think it's a thing, but for what I do, it's a thing. But I'm on a skateboard, you know what I mean? Like, and what I'm doing is a lot of gnarliness and a lot of moving around. And when I say gnarliness, I don't mean it as in, wow, it's so cool. The way I use gnarly is the way it sounds, you know, and I don't think gnarly sounds like a good word. So to me, in my brain, gnarly is that gnarly, you know, and so when you live a gnarly lifestyle and the work that you do is gnarly, I need the camera to be not so gnarly. You know what I mean? Like I need the camera to be, you know, somewhat, you know, doing more of the heavy lifting, dare I say, or at least not take you out of it. You know, rolling shutter is enough to me where it takes me out of it. I'm sorry it does. And I know a lot of people have always said that it's not a real thing, but for me it is. I always see it. I certainly see it in my own work, but I'm always shooting handheld and loose from the hip. So of course I'm going to see it, you know. So that would be my biggest concern with this specific camera because of how tiny it is. Let's see. Mutiny film back hard, 100%. 1,000 feet of film is about 180 rolls of 36 exposures. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is that every time I load up my 100-foot bulk loader, I usually get like 18 rolls out of it, something like that. And it's usually about 40 frames per roll. But that's more in how I load it. You know, the way I load the camera, I can usually get 40 frames out of it. Yeah, that was a cool sticker, huh? What'd he say? He's going to have those at Cine Gear. Yeah, those are great, dude. Wish I could be a Cine Gear, but I'll be AC for PGA tournament. Hey, that's amazing. He'll be on that SPF 100 live. We'll be working C500 this week. Yeah, dude, that's amazing. Hey, dude, that's good for you, bro. Yeah, man, the work has been really slow. But yeah, then we just had the director call here today. So I should probably, we'll wrap this up soon here. Facebook Marketplace in Alaska is such a strange beast. I forgot. Scott Balcom's in Alaska. Old truck boat, fishnet, 1940s radio. Dude, that sounds like my kind of virtual flea market right there, dude. Yeah, I will. I'll just be, I scroll nonstop on Facebook Marketplace. And it's not because like I want to buy something. It's just because I want to see all the crazy shit. And you will see some crazy shit. I mean, we've even pulled up crazy shit here on the live streams when I'm on here. Like, there's crazy stuff in these, I don't know why it keeps going back to Fuji Eterna. I guess because I'm on like I just need to refresh it, I guess. There's always weird shit in here. Like, there's always just weird stuff. And they try to like cater it to me. So it's always like skateboarding and cameras. But then there'll just be like the gnarliest, weirdest stuff sometimes too. Yeah, it's just fun. It's just fun to just see what people sell. And again, you don't have to be buying it. You know, I don't know. This is kind of like poor man's Cine Gear, virtual style. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Rate 20-year-old film 2 stops lower. Yeah. Speaking of Fujifilm, now I have 6 rolls of Fujifilm slide films. Jonathan Wu in the house. Yeah, slide film. Dude, shout out to Kent Watson. He sent me all this crazy old film. I did some videos on it over there on the Freeway Live. Old Kodacolor 2 from 1983, shot that in the 100-year-old Zeiss camera. But also we did, I took it down to Riverside. That's a fun one. But I still have his slide. He sent me all this slide film. I want to say from 1999, but it's probably older than that. That doesn't sound right. But maybe it's 1989. It's 1989. Slide film from 1989. It's Ektachrome 120 slide film or something like that. But I bought the stuff to do it, to develop it. But I'm just like so hesitant to do it because it's like the color film is such a pain in my ass to develop at the house. And when it comes to the old slide film, you have to pretty much develop it yourself unless you want to mail it away somewhere. And I don't really want to do that because, you know, all the extra costs and stuff. It's also, though, because I'm still operating with this really old, like, I only have 2 options to shoot 120, right? So I have this option, which is fun, but it's very slow. So that's why I took it to Riverside. This is from 1933, right? This is an old ass camera, but it's cool, but it's just slow. There's no way to focus it accurately. You can only zone focus with it. And you know, it's just old and clunky. Or then I have these Holgas. You know, I have 2 of these because one of them broke. Go figure, I broke his shit. And then Kent sent me another one. Shout out to Kent Watson. But these are gnarly. I use these all the time. I shoot these quite a bit downtown, honestly. I do crazy street with these, but it's gnarly, as you can imagine, because that's another like zone focusing thing. But it doesn't matter. When I'm downtown, I'm always zone focusing, so that's not a concern for me. But if I shoot that slide film, I kind of want a medium format camera that I can actually focus with, you know what I'm saying? Like that has an actual like coupled rangefinder or something to focus with. And you know, just because it is so old and it's so old, you know, and it's because you got to rate it lower, like what Mike was talking about, you know, so then you can't do it handheld. You know, that's another reason with that old Zeiss, this old, the 1933 folding camera I just showed you, the shutter button on it's broken. So you have to pull the shutter off the lens. And when you shoot that slow film, it's a little janky, and I don't want to carry a tripod around. It's this whole thing, you know. It becomes a whole thing, and so I haven't really messed with that slide film yet. But I'm trying to figure out like the perfect like chill mundane day, and I got a pretty lightweight carbon fiber Rhino. I got the carbon fiber Rhino. I've had it for a while, so I can just like it's no problem skating with that thing. I just need to make a day of it. I just want to get the perfect location for it. And I've done that before, but it kind of sucked, honestly. Like when I went to Laguna Beach and I took the tripod, it's still kind of, it's clunky, you know, taking a tripod is weird to me. I don't know. I don't know why we're talking about this. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see. I'll be in the club on Facebook Marketplace. Yes, Goober, 100%. This is where if I get bored, you see me on my phone, you like, dude, this guy's over here shopping Facebook Marketplace. But I'm not really shopping. I'm just like, I want to see what the world is doing out there. Like, what are they getting rid of? You know what a good thing is about living in LA and scrolling on Facebook Marketplace all the time? Is the reality of like this is a good way to gauge when new stuff is about to be released, right? Because here in LA, you can imagine there's a lot of ambassadors out here and there's a lot of people that are sponsored out here, and you will see it. When it happens, it's a weird thing. It'll randomly happen. You'll see a bunch of the same camera dropping on the same day or like, you know, within the same 3 or 4 days. You'll see it happen. You'll see all these cameras, like the same camera dropping. And I mean like different accounts selling it, right? And I'm like, oh shit, dude. Like, and history has taught me now, because I've been doing this nonsense for like 9 years now. I know now, like, oh, there's going to be there's a new thing coming from that specific manufacturer or whatever. Like, and it's always been true. It's always been real, right? So it's just a really nice way to gauge that of seeing like, oh, there's something new about to drop. Because all those like sponsored guys, of course, they're going to offload like the last and greatest and latest thing, and they're going to be getting the new cool thing that is about to be announced that only they would know about. You know what I'm saying? So for that, it's fun of just like having it here in LA, and you know, just like getting a pulse on like what's really going on, you know, kind of behind the curtain kind of thing. Worst place for film, in the closet. I know, dude. I know. B&H already has the Vista product page up. Yeah, I think we found it. B&H has one too. We'll catch it up here. We gotta probably call it, but pre-order or what? Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Let's see. Yeah, dude. Notify when available. Yeah. So, oh yeah. Damn, they got Airy PL mount too. Wow. Wow. Damn. Honestly, the PL mount would be the smarter move. Honestly, like the smarter investment would be the PL mount. But because, you know, if you're a goober like me and you already drank the Sony poison, you know, this would make more sense for me or any Sony guy. I love that it's locking though. I mean, that's just killer. You know, and the fact that they have 2,500 euros on it. I mean, I was just watching something on this the other day. Like the euro and the US dollar are getting closer and closer nowadays. So, you know, it's probably not going to be much more than 2,500 bucks. Probably what, like 2,700, 2,800 for American, or no, less. Will it be less or more? I always get it confused, but, either way, it'll be pretty similar, I think. Oh, here it is then. 6K 50 full frame, UHD 4K 100. Super 35 video. Wait, what? 6K full frame CMOS sensor. So it can do up to 6K 50 full frame. The Ultra HD is Super 35 mode, 4K up to 100 frames. Hey, 50's good. 50's great. 50's perfect. I don't need 60. Wow. This is interesting to me. I guess you're right. This is like the yeah, because nothing really happened at NAB, right? I like that it has this little like am I still on here? Yeah, here we are. I like that it has this little like the way like the grip is. It's like grippy on the back of the screen. That's pretty cool actually. I like that a lot actually. It looks like the FX3 though. This is the second camera that I've looked at on here where it reminded me of the FX3. What was it? There's the Canon one. Canon one did the same thing. It's like, dude, they completely like, this looks just like the FX3 to me. You know, the side of it right there. It's weird though. What is it made out of? It looks like it's plastic or something. What they say, CNC machined aluminum? It's an aluminum camera. I kind of like how tiny it is. And look, you can put anything you want on the side here. They have all these like mounts on the side. I hope, right? I would imagine these are quarter 20s. I would hope. Why no 3/8 though? This is like a mock-up drawing, eh? This looks weird to me. I don't think this is like what the camera actually looks like. Maybe this angle is pretty close to what it really looks like because I know what they did here. The mount is real. Can you see what I'm looking at? The mount looks totally real, but look at the rest of the camera. That shit looks fake, dude. Like, look. Doesn't this look fake to you? I don't know. Am I losing my mind a little bit? Because the backside looks real, but some of these angles look weird. Like this angle looks fake. This looks like a drawing or something like that they did in like Photoshop or something. Like it just looks like a drawing. It's clearly a drawing. This is clearly a drawing. Just look at it. Look at that right there. So I feel like they don't really have these yet. It's cool though. You know, for me, my personal, you know, to have like a truly minimalist, crazy camera, my ass would not even, for when I'm doing my personal passion project, DIY freeway life stuff, I would not put anything else on this camera. Well, depending on how that screen looks. If that screen is garbage and they said it's OLED, oof. OLED screens aren't that bright, guys. But depending on what it is, it's like, I don't know if it's I don't know if it's just like a normal screen, it'll be fine, you know, but like I wouldn't put anything on it. Not for me. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want to put anything on it. And I got the perfect little crazy little lens I'd put on it too. I don't know. It's interesting to me only because of the size. I like the size of it. I appreciate the size of this thing. I really do. Okay. My RX 100 ended up in the ocean. Yeah, see? The RX 100s, man, I destroyed mine. I broke the lens on mine. I literally broke it. It couldn't focus past 24 mil anymore. Like it would only work at 24 millimeters. And it's like the opposite of how I was using it. Like I was only using it for the long lens. Like so many killer, like just, you know, like crazy old school 90s camcorder shots. You could easily do it with this camera, and it still looks pretty decent because it actually has a little bit better depth of field than your average day camcorder, you know? So it actually looked pretty decent. It's +2 with the Sony autofocus. Yeah, these things are insane. These things are insane. But yeah, it's a little fragile, unfortunately. And yeah, but the funny thing is, I still was able to sell it for $600. I still got $600 for it when it was stuck at 24 mil. So these things are still very popular, you know. I mean at that rate, you have like a weird Sony Ricoh camera, you know. It's like basically if the Sigma FP getting back at you for selling it, it's the Sigma FP. Yeah, it kind of is that, isn't it? It is kind of like the evolution of the FP. That is what it feels like for sure, 100%. Have you tried Search Tempest? No. Put like an M to Sony adapter on that Kinfini, 100%. Yeah, you already read my mind, Mutiny Mike. Vista, will autofocus? I don't know. That's a good question, you know, because that Sony E-mount, that's going to be everybody's question. That's going to be everybody's concern. I would say probably yes. Obviously, it has electrical contacts, but here's the reality. Sony's not designing the camera. So you're not, you know, you will have the autofocus of the Sony lens, right? But you're not going to have the autofocus of the Sony camera. And that's where the magic really is. It's this autofocus of the Sony camera. And when you pair that with the autofocus of the Sony lens, that's when it kind of becomes like this, oh my God, this is crazy, right? In my opinion, it's the best I've ever seen autofocus. And that's one of the reasons how I fucking got stuck in the dungeon, right? But, you know, most of you don't need autofocus, right? So let's be real. So this lens is not a good example of it because I broke this. Here's another Sony thing I've broken, right? So Sony stuff is fragile, but I think all camera stuff is fragile, and I'm just a little rough. I'm a little rough around the edges, and I break stuff because I touch it and I grab it and I want to hug it and roll it around. And that was my Chris Farley impersonation. Oh shit. Have I searched the Tempest? Okay, we gotta go soon, but I'll see. What's the Tempest? The movie? The Shakespeare play? What are you talking about, bro? You gotta tell me what the Tempest is. Tempest camera? I assume it's a camera. No, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. You talking about this thing? You're probably not talking about this thing, right? You're talking about thermal cameras? You're talking about a thermal camera? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. That's crazy small. Looks like a gimbal camera. Yeah, it definitely will be a lot of people's gimbal camera, 100%. It's real. I held it at NAB. Oh, he held it. He already held it. You saw the image and stuff. You tested the image, Mike. Leaping Dog Film said they said no AF in some of the NAB videos, just the ability to control iris. Wow. So you can't even take advantage of the Sony lens autofocus. Just the ability to control the iris. Yeah. I mean, that's probably a given. You know, that's the world. That's what it is. You know, so yeah, this is not going to have any autofocus probably that's usable. Let's be real. in my opinion. Let's be real. But hey, it's not the end of the world, right? They still offer PL. Where'd that PL go? I saw it in PL mount. This would be it then. So now you know, fuck. What's the point of getting the E mount if there's no point, right? Like if you can't use the autofocus, there's no point. There's no point. It's no point. No point. So this is where you just get this. You just get the PL. This would be the better investment. Put your little DZO lens on there, your little Nisi-Athene lens on there. Come on, guys. Let's go. That's my little baby camera. Reminds me of that D.L. Hughley joke. D.L. Hughley, rest in peace. He used to do a joke about white rich people in Beverly Hills, and they walk around with their little tiny miniature chihuahuas in their shirt pocket. It's my little doggy here. Did you see my little doggy? All right. I think that's a good note to end it on. It was a working camera at NAB. Yeah. Well, autofocus or what? We don't care. We'll check it out. If they have it at Cine Gear, we'll look at it. We'll touch it and hug it and roll around. All right. That's it. We're getting crazy. We got to get out of here. All right, guys. Thank you all for coming on in here. Hit the like button on your way out. And